We're back!
It's ice fishing time!
As my crazy co-host said, we're getting to a time of the year where the lakes begin to freeze.
They get hard, guy.
They get real hard. Real hard and real thick. So as you guys can see with all the crap around us, we got all the normal big rods put away for the winter. And we replaced the boatfuls with a bucket full. We also got, I don't think you guys can see the floor, but we got some stuff on the floor that's tucked away for storage purposes that we take out on the ice. So this is going to be a 2020-2021 ice fishing gear breakdown. So without further ado, let's get right into it. As you guys can see, we got a bucket full of ice rods in front of us. They're a combination of mine, Jordan's. I got a couple in here that if we take someone like our buddy's ice fishing, I got Abby's ice rod in here. So I guess let's just start with the cheapies. Not to say that any of these ice rods suck, but they're just lower end. The lower end, like your beginner ice rods. Mm-hmm. Oh boy.
Probably the 13.
No. So this is a. We'll get up nice and close for you guys. I don't know if you guys can see this. It's a Northland trick stick. This rod's like $20 at Cabela's. It's literally like a beginner ice rod that you can get into. It's an ultralight, so it's got a real subtle, and then it loads up real nice. Nice for panfish. I think this is the same reel that came on the ice rod too. Yeah, I'm not even gonna try to say that. It's a cheap ice reel. Yeah. But it's good for if we go out to the ponds and we're just bumming around and having some fun. Santo hooked a big bullhead on this one last year at Low Lake.
Have to have Santo out again.
Yeah. So this is our little cheapie. It's if you guys have a cheap fishing rod, they're damn near indestructible. I don't know why that is, but it makes for really fun stuff. Like this was the same rod when we went up north. I was catching walleyes with and rock bass with this exact setup.
Put a little video of that right here.
Amazing at this, guys. I got done dealing with the rock bass on the big rod, so you know what? I'm gonna have some fun. Break out the ice rod, and what do I catch on a little red worm? You know, a Walter. Oh gosh. I'm literally sitting on my motor with essentially a little jig, just like that, catching walleyes and rock bass.
Rock bass.
So this is our first little cheapie rod. It still works just fine. As you can see, we got a ton in here, and some of these rods go over $90 a rod. So we'll explain why they're that much, but for a cheap, easy to use, simple rod, it works just fine. Number two is
well, you do yours.
well, this is the other one I was gonna do. This one is an HT Ice Blue, 30-inch light. Again, I don't know if you guys can read that. We'll do some close-ups with the big camera, make it look nice. This is the rod I used actually in the first YouTube video I put up. And I used this rod with Josh, John, and Zach on Lake Keesis. We caught a bunch of crappies, and it was fun. Again, same thing like the one that we went before. It's a great little cheapy rod that loads up real nice. Again, they're damn near indestructible. I got a 500 size Shimano Sienna on it with some, I believe, 5-pound braid, and then for a fluoro leader, I got like 4-pound fluoro leader. So again, it's another nice little guest rod, we'll call them. So if we got a buddy coming with us, he can dig it in the ice, and I won't be pissed if it breaks like the rods we're getting to. So that's number two. Probably won't use this one much this year unless we have someone out fishing. So we'll look forward to that. You want to do one, bud?
Sure. This one here I bought last year. It's 13. Loads up pretty quick. but I don't know. I like the sensitivity on it.
Isn't that the one you caught that giant crappie on first drop at low?
Yep. I caught.
We'll insert a
what was
picture
that?
of it.
I don't know how big it was.
I think it was a 13-inch crappie on our first drop of the day. First mark of the day.
I think it was more than 13. Maybe.
Was it? I know I got a picture of it next to a ruler.
Yeah.
But it was foot size crappie, so like a good eater size crappie for late ice, which is rare to find good crappies at late ice because people just pound the hell out of them around here.
So it's just a rod and reel combo. I think I bought it at Fleet Farm. It was like $50, $56 or something like that. But yeah, it's very sensitive. Quick load up, but I don't know. It does good for me. I also caught that nice perch on this.
Oh yeah, when we went to Army, yeah.
All right, your turn.
My turn again?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so digging in my bucket of fun.
Don't call it that.
This is Abby's rod. If you guys have girlfriends, they probably use one thing of yours that they love so much that they want it to be theirs.
Because of the color?
Because of the color. This is that rod. Abby was using the blue one that we showed earlier, and I went outside. I think I went to go check a tip up or something, and I walked back into the shack, and she's got this thing, and she's like, oh my god, I love it. It's now Abby's. So, this is a 13 fishing. You guys can see that. Uh-oh. I'm in trouble.
Speaking of her.
Probably was her. This is a 13 fishing Widowmaker. It is a 37 light with the ultralight tip on it. Doesn't have a crazy load on it. It's very, not like it's a hard action, but there's a lot of backbone, but not a lot of bend to it. Like on a big fish, it'll load up nice, but on little panfish like we normally use it for, it doesn't load up a crazy ton. On it is a 13 Descent. I believe these are called inline reels.
Something like that.
I'm sure if I'm wrong, you guys will correct me, or I'll correct myself when I'm editing this. But it's a little 13 Descent. But yeah, this rod runs for, I can't even tell you. This is one of the more expensive ones. If you guys have 13 fishing rods, you guys know that they're super nice, super high quality. And with high quality, it comes with a price. So this is Abby's rod that she's going to be using for the 2020 series. I really like this setup as a panfish rod. So yeah, if you guys need a panfish rod and you want to spend a little bit of money, these two that are still in the bucket or this one are really good options. Jordan's other rod that he's got right here.
This is the sad story. So this rod...
Oh gosh.
Don't break more. Keyword more. This rod actually used to be Jeremy's. It's a St. Croix. I don't know what model it would be. Mojo Ice. See if that's focused.
I'm sure it is. It's a GoPro.
Awesome. Anyways, I took this fishing once last year. Okay, took it fishing. I don't think we.
No, you took that to Army, and then you took it to Crawfish River.
Yeah. So only used it twice. Threw it in the bucket at home, and had it in the garage. A tarp got thrown over the bucket and snapped the old tip off. So that was a very sad day.
If you guys look at the spring bobber here,
yes,
there's no end eyelet.
There is no end eyelet. It's supposed to be probably that much longer.
It's supposed to be a 36-inch rod. It's probably a 32 or a 33 right now, which doesn't. So if you guys find an ice rod that's broken, it doesn't mean it's junk. Like this rod still loads up beautifully.
Yes.
Like you guys can see that rod loads up nice, and with a spring bobber, it just makes it that much more sensitive. So, and you can buy replacements, eyelets, and glue. So if you guys really needed an eyelet on it, you guys can put on. You guys can fix your own crap. You don't got to buy a whole new get up just because something happened to it. Yeah, it's nice to have something completely brand new, but there's a ton of rods in this room that have replacement tips on it.
So for a reel, I actually just took it off of one of my spinning rods. It's a Pro Guide. It was some sort of combo from Cabela's or something like that. Oh no, this is one I found at the
that was your
flea
garage
market,
sale.
the garage sale flea market thing. So I need to get an ice reel for this, but I mean, it does the job. It's a reel. It works. So yeah, that's this one. She's the patch job of the family.
And we got 2 more rods in the bucket, as you guys can see. These are new for this year. I'm sure if you guys watch this channel, you've heard of someone called Aaron Weeb.
I never heard of him.
He runs a company called Frostbite. I just had to go pick up a couple of new rods for this year because, you know, Abby needed to have that 13 fish, and I'm like, okay, that's fine. I'm just gotta get some new rods. So I got 2 of them right here. I got it's covered by tape, but it is the Royal Flush, my bad, by Frostbite. It's a 36 light. This rod is crazy, and the way it loads up. So it's got a really soft tip, and then the whole rod just loads up. It loads up all the way to the butt, which is crazy awesome. And then the other thing that, like, yeah, they in their video they talked about how big their handle was. Dude, it's crazy. Like, I'd say I'd have pretty decent sized hands. I love this grip. I haven't gotten it wet and I haven't got my hands cold and really held it, but in a controlled environment, this grip is killer, and I can't wait to see what it does on the ice. For a reel, I got another Shimano Sienna. I believe I have 10-pound braid on here with a 8-pound leader. This will be for like walleyes, I guess really big panfish, I could say. I just got a little jigging spoon on there right now, with a little snap on it. Hopefully that's focused. So yeah, this rod goes about $90, and then with a $30 reel on it. So this is probably one of my most expensive ice rods, and I hope I get a lot of use out of it because I'm really pumped to use it. Hopefully I don't drop it right here. And lastly is the other Frostbite rod I got, which is their 29 ultralight, their Fantastic series. This thing again, just absolutely stupid. I can't wait to catch some big gills or some crappies with this thing. This rod's actually really cool. You won't be able to see it now because we're inside, but this is partly glass composite, so you can actually see through the rod in the sunlight, which is really cool. I believe it's glass composite. I will let you know if I'm wrong on that, but I believe that's what it is. Again, Shimano Sienna. I don't want to put a Stratic or a CI4 on here. I don't even have a Stratic or a CI4 for Shimano, but I really like these. They're cheap. They work. At the end of the day, they work. That's all they need to do. I have some 4-pound braid on here, and then I believe some 3-pound floral leader on here. So this will be the go-to panfish setup.
That does it for rods, eh?
That does it for rods. Just a couple other things I keep in my bucket of goodness. You guys can see all the crap in there. 1 tackle box. Another tackle box. Some fluoro. Some more fluoro. Big pliers for pike if we get them on tip-ups. And then a little snips for panfish. And then I always keep... Hey, there's the electrical tape.
I was looking for that.
I always keep this thing in it just so all my stuff keeps in there. And then some electrical tape and a couple of zip ties. I don't know why I got zip ties in here, but I must have had them in there for a reason. So that just goes right in there.
I got zip ties on my 13.
Yeah. And that's my bucket. Next, I guess we can go with the graph. You guys can see that. I don't have enough money for a Garmin, so chill the hell out in the comments. If you guys would subscribe, please, so we can get monetized, then I'll buy you guys a Garmin. So we got a Humminbird here. This is just a Humminbird shell. I have the same unit that's on my boat. Helix 5 with the correct transducer. And then I made a wooden frame. I didn't want to buy the plastic one because when plastic gets cold, it breaks. And then this is the exact same battery, just the old one. I just run one of these. It lasts all day. It's not like I camp overnight.
That gave me an idea. Coming soon, we're camping overnight on the ice.
You heard it here first. But yeah, this runs just fine. I do enough ice fishing, but I don't do enough to need a lithium battery right now.
Which could change.
Which could definitely change. If you guys love ice fishing so much, that can definitely change. Then for an auger, I don't have the drill up here, but I just got a 7-inch. Yeah, I know it's a weird size. It's all they had when I went and bought my hand auger. This is a Strike Master laser hand auger with, they make a chuck for a drill. And then I also have a disc that goes on here that I have no idea where it is. But yeah, all metal. Blade's still brand new. I'll run this with just the hand crank for first ice, because if there's only 3-4 inches of ice, this gets through there in 6-7 cranks. When we get a foot of ice, then I throw the Milwaukee on here, and she throws some ice. Let me tell you, we don't have any footage of it, but I remember the first time playing with this thing when we went out to the ponds. I was just covered knees down in ice because I just
was playing.
Let her rip. So this thing's awesome. It works great. She's a little dusty because she sat in this room all summer. I also have a chisel that's buried, but you guys all know what a chisel is. You can use a piece of rebarb for a chisel. Next, we got some tip-ups. Got some hot pink tip-ups. So they're just some cheap polar tip-ups. They work really well. For Dacron, this is nylon tip-up line. I just use 25-pound tip-up line. I think the biggest pike we probably caught on a tip-up so far has only been 30 inches. And I feel like we're pretty good about catching flags when they go off right away. Mm-hmm. Unlike other guys, I don't run a leader. And the day I break off a big pike, I will change that. But for right now, I just use some 20-pound fluoro. Or if I got 25, I use 25. I haven't lost a pike yet, so I'm not that worried about it. And then I just run it. I see guys that run huge, giant treble hooks. I don't run a big treble hook.
That's why you lose fish.
That's why you lose fish. And it's easier to get this little guy out. And then just run it to little leader, to a split shot, then to that nylon. And it's worked really well for me so far. And my saying is, if it still works, I'm not going to change it. The day it stops working, I'm going to change it. Then on the flag, got some reflective tape on there.
For nighttime.
For nighttime. For those of you that don't know how to set up tip-ups, we'll give you a quick crash course.
That could be another video.
That could be another video, but I just want to say this to emphasize my point. So when it sits down in the hole, if it freezes, when you pull this through the hole, it normally breaks off the ice. Mm-hmm. And then, at least when we go ice fishing, I always wear my muck boots, so I'm not afraid to kick.
Give her a little stomp ski.
Give her a little stomp ski, and it works just fine. Mm-hmm. So now we're gonna switch over to the other GoPro, because the last thing we got is tucked underneath there. So you guys can see us monkeying around down there. But the last thing we got here is an otter.
It's a big otter.
That's a big otter. So what that is a pop-up hut. It is...
Good job.
Thanks. I believe it is... I think there's 105 square feet of fishable ice in there. It is a huge pop-up. Like, Jordan can stand in it, no problem. Mm-hmm. His dad can stand in it, no problem.
My dad's 6'6", and he can stand in it.
So it's a big freaking hut.
And it's super easy to put up.
Yeah. Well, besides that one time on Drew Lake that we don't talk about anymore.
Flipped it on the inside out.
Still don't know what happened with that. Still was pissed about it, but it's all put away, and it's put away right. That's all that matters. So that's pretty much everything we rock with. I do have another sled shack that I don't use. I'll use it if just I'm going, or if I'm just going, I'll just sit on the ice with a bucket or something. If me, Jordan, and Abby and his dad are going, then I'll bring this. Or if we're setting up on a certain spot watching tip-ups all day, then I'll bring this. But I know guys say that you need a couple people to set that up. If I can get one stake in it and it's windy, I can set it up by myself.
And if it's not windy, you can.
And if it's not windy, I can easily do it by myself. So we'll show you guys how to set it up in a different video because it will not fit in this room. I also have a buddy heater that's, sorry, squirrel, but I also have a buddy heater that's not up here. It's kept downstairs.
That gets that thing warm.
Yeah. Guys say you need like three big buddies to get that thing warm. I only have one normal sized buddy, and on low with 3 or 4 bodies in there gets that thing toasty, like condensate on the windows toasty. So I get if you're only one guy and you need 2 to like circulate. But anyways, I think that's enough rambling for us today. We're gonna get some cool shots with the Canon. Yeah, we'll talk to you guys later. Hopefully you guys are excited for ice fishing as much as we are.
And if you made it to this point in the video, you were...
Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations. You made it to the end. I know it's been a lot of rambling, but some people like the stuff. I know it's not like the most... But I would love to do like a $25 challenge or something like that. Where we go out, buy the crappiest ice rod that we can.
I already got it. That's more than $25.
I know, but the $25 would include your bait or your lure or whatever.
Yeah,
and we could separate it into categories for points. Most species, biggest fish,
most fish,
and then whoever has the most points be declared the winner. And then, get this, we could, whoever the winner is, could sign that rod and give it to Wade and winner.
That would be fun. If you guys would like a Wisco Outdoors cheapie signed rod, let us know.
That will last forever. You saw it.
That'll load up on the biggest northern that you can possibly hook. That should be a challenge. We should throw like a 2500 on with some heavy duty line and see how big of a...
Before it snaps.
I might buy a jaw jacker just to put that dinky ass little rod in a jaw jacker. This guy right here. And see if we could break this rod. Like, I mean, that's good for it. Like, look at this. Like, I can touch the tip of the rod to the butt of the rod. Like, that is stupid. And for those of you guys that do a lot of fishing, you know the key to landing a fish is your drag. So if this rod can survive, as long as the drag's good, I feel like we can do it.
You're golden.
We're golden. Like, I'll throw a 2500 on with some, like, 20-pound test or whatever, some 20-pound braid.
Send a minnow down there.
That's
camera.
Yeah, that's enough rambling for us. The GoPro's going on 31 minutes right now. And that doesn't...
Another one.
That does not include all the B-roll that we got to take and all that fun stuff. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. This is like the 5th time I've said it, but show you guys' support down below. And, yeah, we'll see you guys on the next one.
Have a good one.
Have a good one. As it snaps right now.